I'm not going to do an intro.
Why?
Well, unless this is the intro.
Is this the intro then?
Okay, this is the intro. Well, I can just cut it there.
Okay.
So, okay, hey, look. Hey, Grubgun here, I'm back. And look, it's lovely Catkin. She's here tonight.
Hello, people.
In a live format environment. How much time is left on this camera? 123 minutes. What is that, 2 hours?
No.
Yeah, 60 minutes in an hour.
No, it depends on where you are.
Okay, hey, Grubgun here. Look, I'm back, and this isn't a this isn't a pickup video, surprisingly enough. But I got some stuff. Never mind. Fuck off. I've been thinking for too long. I should have filmed this fucking last week because when it was like fresh in the old brain, and we had a brief discussion about it the other day, and I've been thinking about it, and it's the topic of video game ownership. Now, when do you consider, and this is like kind of a question to you guys as well, you know, all 10 people who are going to watch, when do you consider that you actually own something? Because, you know, there's many different camps in this world, in this fucking video game world we live in. There's the people who will only play fucking actual hardware and actual cartridges. You know, there's people who are PC gamers that don't want hard copies of things. They don't care if anything's just data.
Some PC gamers do like having hard copies, though.
Yeah, but for the most part, like you, for instance, you'd rather not have any fucking guff, any boxes, any fucking discs. You would rather not have that. No. So there's you. And then there's people like me who, despite the fact that he likes to fucking emulate and steal shit off the internet, he still goes out and buys hard copies of games that he knows he can fucking steal. So, the thing is where is the line, like, where are you in that? What kind of person are you? Like,
what do you define?
Yeah, as ownership. When do you own a game? Do you own the game when it's on a physical cartridge in your hand, you know, produced by the company that fucking, you know, by Nintendo or fucking Sega or whatever, and you're playing it on your fucking Genesis or your fucking Super Nintendo? Is that when you own the game, or is owning the ROM, is having the ROM and playing it on a ROM card or a ROM fucking, you know, one of those EverDrive cartridges? Is that the same thing as owning it? Like, because in a sense, the ROM is the game. I had this discussion on, I don't remember what the podcast was now, a few weeks ago, but owning the ROM is the game. Now, if you have the ROM and you're putting it on a cart, on a fucking EverDrive card, on an SD card, and you're playing it on the original hardware, what's the difference in that? Like, I mean, I know there's a difference emotionally in some people, you know, and...
But I think that's what defines it, though, is the emotional attachment. Like, in order to own a game, in my opinion, you do have to have it. Like, as far as I look at it, the way that I play games on PC, I access them. I don't own them.
But you purchased Final Fantasy XIV.
Yes, I've given the money for it.
You own the data.
It's so that I can access it in my mind.
But you own it. Like, that's your game. You actually own the game.
That's not how I look at it.
And even though there's absolutely no physical evidence of that, except when you click on, except for the fucking the thing on your desktop that you click on, to start the game. You actually own the game. They've sent you the fucking data.
Yeah, and in your opinion, but in my opinion, I don't. I access the game. Owning a game is actually having the physical copy itself.
But okay, now here's the thing.
Because it's the feeling that you get from it, from the original vibe, right? Or the vibe you get from that original, item.
I know.
Because
Well,
it's
yeah.
a physical item that you can attach it to your ownership to. Whereas it's just my computer to me, and I access different things. I don't own any of it.
But what does how does the ownership, how does it manifest itself? Like, if I have a ROM of a game, and I play it all the way through and I really enjoy it, and I've played it on I've emulated it on my computer. Now, I've got the memory of playing that game in my head. Say it's like a fucking $100 game too, I don't feel like paying for it. I don't fucking have the system plugged in. And I've played it all the way through, and I've enjoyed it. I own that fucking game because I've played it all the way. I've experienced the exact same situation as paying through the fucking tooth for it. How is that not, does the ownership fucking actually, how is it represented? How far do you have to go to own something? Is having the ROM owning the game?
Well, and then you can, I believe you made the comment that what if you make a perfect copy?
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
What if you make a perfect copy of the game? You go out and you do all the work and you get
you take a fucking copy of NHL '94 on the or whatever on the fucking on the Super Nintendo, wipe the ROM off of it, peel the fucking sticker off, and stick fucking Earthbound on there, and print a fucking high quality sticker and stick the fucking sticker on there. How is that cartridge then not Earthbound?
Because you made it.
But it's still, when you plug it in, it's fucking Earthbound.
Yeah.
How is it different? It's only different if you misrepresent it and sell it on to someone else.
It depends on how you look at ownership.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
What is ownership?
What is ownership? For me,
do you have to get it from the original producer?
Does it have to come out of a fucking box that says Nintendo on it?
Yeah, does it have to have packaging, or do you just have to experience it?
Yeah, where are those boundaries? I know where I am. If I can steal games, I got that Nintendo Wii that I can burn fucking games onto. Now, I burnt a copy of Kirby Air Ride, which is a game I've been looking for a long time for the GameCube. I burned it onto a disc, and I can play it. I never paid a cent for it. I mean, maybe pennies for the fucking blank CD, but I can play it for free because I downloaded it. Sure, there's the fucking internet fee and whatever, but that doesn't really count because that's just life. That's just your spending of day-to-day shit. But that's not saying that if I saw a copy of Kirby Air Ride in the fucking store, in a thrift store for $5, I wouldn't pick it up because I already have it as a burned disc. Of course I would pick it up. So right off the bat, ownership for me, I still buy DS games if they're first party or, RPGs. I'll still buy them, but I have a ROM cart that I have every fucking ROM for the DS, but I'm still buying games. So the ownership for me is one of those things where I like physical copies of things, but I don't need the physical copy to fucking play it, or enjoy it. I don't have to play it. I know people who are fucking scared of fucking downloading things off of torrent sites.
Well, they don't know what they're doing.
No, okay, they're scared of it. They think...
Read everything on the page.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's all you have to do to understand the internet and how shit works. Read everything. Just fucking read everything.
But it's
It'll be fine.
They don't know anything about it. And they don't want to know anything about it, it feels like. So they don't know the luxury of stealing shit off the internet. There are other people I know who won't emulate. Chad Bailey. And he won't emulate. They won't emulate anything. Has to be the original cartridge.
Yeah, but he gets a deep satisfaction out of that, right?
Yeah, I know, but
his
But still.
He needs that aspect as well, or...
But still, there's like... Your phone's making noise.
It's trying to update.
It's fired.
It's an asshole.
But there's like there's people who will not emulate anything. Like the emulation argument, fucking, it brings out the fucking loony people in this community. Like it's like, oh, here's a ROM cart, or here's a fucking EverDrive, and I'm playing my games on that, and people will be like, oh, I don't steal games, you know.
Have you though, like, played the same game on emulation as well as on a cart, or like in the same series? Because I played Rune Factory, and I really, really enjoyed it on the handheld, right?
Yeah.
And then I played the other ones, the
Wii versions.
The Wii versions, and it just didn't. I just didn't want as much from it. I mean, it might have been because I'd already played the game, and they're really not that different. But I don't know. It's like I just didn't care as much
because you knew it was stolen, and there was no
access
actual
to it was too easy. It was too easy to get.
But that's
right. So I didn't hunger for it as much as I might have, I think.
Well, that's the thing, because like the access to things that you steal off the internet, that's another fucking issue. Is the ease of access to the things that you can steal, does it diminish the enjoyment factor when you actually start playing them? Because like I've played most of the games that I play and finish aren't ripped off. I don't fucking steal them. Like
yeah, every game that I truly enjoy, I pay for.
Yeah, or it just, does it happen to be that way? Is that just a coincidence, or is it just the fact that I didn't go out and buy it and like go through the motions of actually going to acquire it, that it doesn't hold as much importance in my collection as, say, fucking something that I just stole?
I think it's because there's more interaction with you on a personal level. Like, you have to go out, there's a time where you have to think about it, you have to do all this stuff, right? Whereas like emulation is so easy that there's nothing to it. I mean, if it was a little more difficult and you had to like do something,
I mean, if it was,
you might appreciate it more. Because I know, like, when I crack games, I don't do that, but you know, that's exciting because it's, you know, you've done a thing, so I enjoy those, right? But
well, does not buying it diminish?
I'm kidding.
Does it diminish your actual emotional investment? Like, it's not just physical investment out of your pocket; it's emotional investment. Like you can't wait for a game to come out so that you can go and fucking buy it and start playing it. You know what I mean? But you know,
that's a big deal for me. The anticipation is huge. I mean, like, if there's no anticipation and it's super easy, who fucking cares, really? I mean, it can be really good, I suppose, and make up for it that way. But without a little bit of longing, without a little bit of pining for it, it's just not as,
like, all those
juicy.
All those Flash games that you fucking steal off the internet, right? That you play for fucking hours, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Just throwaway shit for you? Does it not matter? Like, are these? Well, because I mean, they're games that you can try for 5 minutes and you haven't spent a fucking cent on. So who gives a shit? You know what I mean? If they're shitty, they're fucking shitty. You can just erase them.
Well, yeah.
If they're not shitty and you play them, I mean, you're getting your money's worth anyway because you're paying for the internet, right?
There's more to it though, because like I tend to hunt for like alpha games and beta games, right? Because I get a kick out of
playing broken games,
that sort of thing, and watching it grow and develop. Fuck, I love that. So, because you can watch it grow that way.
I mean,
stuff.
The thing is like the question of ownership. It's like,
so it's different.
When you steal something, like going to like stealing movies off of fucking torrent sites, you do that.
Yeah, do you own those?
Well, that's the thing, is once you've watched it, they can't take it away from you. So technically, you know, there's the people who buy DVDs. I'll never fucking buy DVDs. I don't even know if there's a possibility that I'm ever going to go to the fucking theater again now that I'm presented with fucking free movies, basically for the rest of my natural life. You know, but they can't take that away from you. I'm investing absolutely nothing except for an hour and a half of my time into these things, and that's for the best because I've been ripped off too many times fucking in a theater.
Well, and a bit of research time.
Yeah, exactly. IMDb, right? That's all you have to do is look at that shit to know whether you want to watch it or not. For the most part, watch the trailer
for North American movies.
And you know, the weird thing is like, you don't like, I said this before, you don't like physical copies of games. You don't like having boxes of fucking cardboard around and empty fucking CD cases. The shit that you've already installed on your computer. You don't need a box. Yet, when you're reading books, you want to read paper you want paper books.
Yeah.
Me, I fucking steal the EPUB version off the internet. I don't want to touch a fucking paper book anymore. I want to read it on my e-reader. So, you know, we're completely polar opposites in that way, in that she wants physical copies of books. I want one fucking device on the shelf that has all my books on it. And yet I've got 1,000 fucking games over there in boxes that, you know, granted, what are the odds that I'm going to play any of them? But still, I got 1,000 physical copies of games. You've got fucking 150 games on your computer, and where do they exist? They exist in a fucking file folder. They're just in one fucking file folder, well, you know what I mean, just waiting to be played. You've got them on your computer. And, you know, I've got all these consoles hooked up. I could emulate 1, 2, 3... four of those consoles I could emulate on my computer.
Yeah, but how excited were you when we booted up that NES, man?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Right?
Boot up the original NES, I was like, wow, cartridges. That was something that happened.
I mean, you're not going to get that out of emulation.
No, I guess not. I guess the physical blowing into the cartridge and shit like that is...
So exciting.
Yeah, the enjoyment factor of that has been removed, so... But it's all, what kind of person are you? Where does your mind lay on ownership? Like, when do you consider that you actually own the game? Is it something when it's in your hand, or when you've stolen it and finished it, or pressed it to a fucking disc and faked it, or emulated it? When do you think that you actually own a game? Like, when do you personally own it? If you get an EverDrive cart for the Game Boy and put a fucking 16 GB SD card in it and fucking have every Game Boy game on one Game Boy cartridge, do you own every Game Boy game? Do you own it here? You do own it, because you've gone through the motions of putting it on the card. You do physically own it. You're putting it in the fucking Game Boy and you're doing that. You know, you're out of your mind, but you are doing that. But do you feel like you own it? That's the question. When do you own something? Was that it? You got anything else? Have we covered everything?
I think we've covered it, you know, it's just, it's up to you now. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
Give us your ideas.
Yeah.
I'm dead curious. I mean...
Well, that's what the thing. Like, I know what you think.
We have completely different views.
Yeah,
so
I know what I think.
There's gotta be more.
I know what a few of you out there think, but I don't know what all of y'all think. When do you own a game? How big of a fucking game collection do you really need to have? You know... Well, you don't.
And is it about owning it?
And is it about owning it? Exactly. You know, as much as I feel the thrill, like, I'm a hardware kind of person. If I get... You know, buying a PS4 and opening a PS4 and every single aspect of, like, from cutting the fucking sticky plastic on it and pulling out the fucking, undoing the twist ties and smelling the fucking thing. That's such an experience that you can't repeat by stealing the fucking game off the internet and playing it through emulation. I mean, I'm using PS4 as an example because it's probably the next thing that's going to get bought. But, like, hearing about a game that's worth $150 or $300, downloading the ROM in a fucking minute and a half, downloading the emulator in a minute and a half, and having it playing on your computer in a sum total of 5 minutes. There's a sense of satisfaction in that. But is it really... Oh, it just did the fucking jump cut.
Oh, bad time.
Monkey cock-loving fucking whores.
They're at the end and shit. That's...
I know. Well, I'm not gonna fucking go over that again. You know what I was saying?
You heard it.
Yeah, and
You
if you
get
didn't,
it.
if you don't understand...
We've been reiterating the same thing for how fucking long?
20
This
minutes.
shit?
So here's
Okay,
the double
you get
whammy.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
You get it. You're smart people.
Do fucking... just answer me. I'm just curious.
Fucking answer us.
I'm
We
stupid.
just want an answer.
I don't know anything. And I broke the wire to my brain a long time ago.
Long
And
time.
ever since then,
I saw that happen.
sometimes it doesn't work anymore.
Tragic. Still.
And so, yeah, fuck it. Just put a comment below. When do you consider you actually own a game? Most of you are probably going to say the same thing when you have the physical copy in your hand and fucking it's boxed and complete. But, yeah, and that's a fucking satisfactory answer as far as I'm concerned. I'm just kind of curious because, like I said, there's so many disparate fucking...
Maybe it's a PC versus console preference.
Well, there's a PC versus console fucking argument there as well. Like, if you PC game, do you need to buy a fucking physical copy of it? And if you do PC game, is a cracked version of the game just as good as the one that you went out and fucking purchased or bought on Steam or whatever?
See, I was fucked when I played Dragon Age on the, what was it, Xbox?
360,
360? And then I played it on the computer. Wow, is it bigger on the computer? So yeah, kind of. And also, you can fuck with things on the PC more. Mods.
PC gamers.
How can you not like mods? How can you not like that? How can you not like a taxi showing up in your room for your sim and them not being able to get out of it ever?
That's a glitch.
Yeah, it was great.
Unbelievable. The only mod I know of was B. Arthur in the 70s. So, yeah, fuck it. Just put a thing in the underneath or do a fucking video response because
that'd be
I'm
sweet.
too lazy to read, but I'll watch
Yeah, that'd
something.
be way better. Because, yeah, reading. Oh.
I know. Reading is for fucking saps. You know what I'm saying?
Picture books, those are good.
Picture books are good, yeah.
Especially when they got glitter on them and shit. That's ooh.
I'm not allowed to interact with glitter anymore.
I know.
Doctor's orders.
He's too much. He eats any more glitter, he's fucked. It's just full in his stomach. There's no room for digestion anymore, and you should see the bathroom. But anyway.
It's gorgeous.
Anyway, so.
You don't have to clean it out, ever. It looks like a fairy exploded in there.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck off. Go and eat a dick and fucking...
If you choose. No pressure.
I'm gonna go watch fucking WCW wrestling, and she's gonna play Final Fantasy.
Maybe.
What a life, everyone. I bet you wish you could trade places with her right now.
Wee!
Or me, for that matter. Okay, fuck off, and go fucking eat a dick. And this is Grubgun signing out, and that's Catkin. She's still alive. This is actually proof that she's still alive.
I exist.
I was gonna get her to hold up the newspaper with the date on it, so you can prove that it's actually today, so that people don't think that. Well, I can't hold up my phone. That's not. I could just have changed that to a future date, and have you already buried out in the backyard. Okay, fuck off. I'll see you later. This is Grubgun signing out. It's not creepy at all. Fuck, I'm sweating like a stuck pig.
It's hot in here.
No, I'm fat.
Fucking